A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Landon here in the driver's seat to bring you your latest weather forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Let's jump right into it, folks, because we have an active pattern that is back here with us yet again today. We have got a line of showers and storms. It's working northeast over the region. This is entering right on the far southwest side of Logan County, and we've got a good view of that early this morning, overlooking our B.H. James Distiller Skycam down in Adairville. You can see a little bit of a broken shelf cloud there that's arriving there out of the south and west. It's going to look like a damp morning commute for many of us out there, folks. These aren't the only rain and storm chances we're going to have throughout today, and with that being said, some of those storms could become strong to even severe as we work into this afternoon and evening. Looking off to the west there from Morgantown, Beach Tree News Skycam showing the clouds moving in there as well, with the thunderstorms that are currently tracking in here from the west this morning. Nothing is severe as we currently speak, but we're going to have to keep close eyes on things as we work and we progress throughout the day. Temperatures have stayed up throughout the overnight. We're located right around the mid-60s across the entire region. We'll be jolting highs right back up to around the mid-70s, but folks, it's going to feel kind of like yesterday. It's going to be a little bit chilly out there with the gusty winds we're going to have coming through. It has to deal with the closed stacked low pressure system that we're dealing with. And the characteristics of that is for the gusty showers and storms in nature, and those tend to bring a little bit of a colder feel than what we're accustomed to for this time of year. Getting a look over the country, you can see we've got two low pressure systems at the surface. And these things are going to be jolting off to the north and east, bringing a warm front through here this afternoon and evening. And that is going to be the focus for the strongest storm chances. Again, folks, some of those could even become marginally severe on the severe scale. We're going to be keeping close eyes on this here throughout the day. So let's get a look. First and foremost, we're going to look roughly 18 to 20,000 feet up above our heads, all right? We have a stacked low pressure system that's going to be meandering eastward across the region. You can see right here with this closed low get cut off from the main flow. And these things, folks, just pinwheel at a very slow rate off to the east. That's what's going to occur today into tomorrow. Keep it an active pattern around for us before we finally catch a brief break from the action as we progress into the Thursday time frame, all right? So here's a look at the surface in comparison to what we were just looking at. All eyes are going to be on this warm front extending out from this surface low right near eastern Arkansas. As this warm front lifts to the north as we progress throughout the day, folks, this is whenever we're going to see the chances for the strong or maybe even severe storms elevate as we work into this afternoon and evening whenever the peak heating arrives, all right? So we got this first low right now that's jolting up and bringing that slug of moisture through. This will be the secondary one that we're going to be watching as it will be moving much closer to our vicinity, okay? And there's a few reasons why we need to pay close attention to that. So here we are working throughout this morning. Guidance is picking up rather well that first round of activity that's pressing north and east through the region. Now, folks, watch. Here we are getting into lunchtime. And then we roll into the afternoon and look at these robust cells intensifying just to the west and southwest of the region. This is going to be coming right along with that warm front of what we were just talking about. And as we work through the afternoon and then we get into this evening, we're going to need to keep a close eye on this. It's not going to be any widespread severe weather like what we had on Wednesday of last week. We do have a few ingredients that's out there that does suggest that we could see a few severe parameters become realized, all right? So look, here we are rolling into the evening, continuing on towards midnight, and with the loss of daytime heating, we get some of this activity that begins to die down to an extent. So one thing I wanted to mention is whenever we have these closed low pressure systems that roll through here, we have some of those ingredients that can get aligned for brief periods of time. And what we're looking at right now is shear within the atmosphere. We're looking at a parameter called helicity that hints at the rotation of updrafts. So look, this morning, not too bad, but you can see right here, as we work through early and mid-afternoon, we get a few of these shear markers right here across the Wobbles community It's very low tier on the totem pole, folks, but we will have an isolated tornado risk today. Also expecting to see some of these storms to be packing some hail along with it. Now, again, I don't think we're going to see anything of tennis ball or baseball size like what we experienced last week across portions of the region. Well, we could see some marginally severe hail on the magnitude of around an inch of diameter, maybe a little bit larger. We also going to have some graupel mixing in with the storms that work through here based on the temperature profiles throughout our atmosphere, all right? So again, a low-level tier of a severe weather risk, but you can see here, folks, by looking at the latest from the severe weather outlooks and our machine learning capabilities, we do have outlined in a low-level risk for damaging winds this afternoon and evening, marginally large hail, the possibility of an isolated tornado spin up. So we got our analogs from past guidance right here, and we got our machine learning right here underneath them. And we can scroll a little bit further down to look at the official National Weather Service forecast. They have our severe weather parameters of X occurring within 25 miles of you, okay? Their probabilities, we have a 2% probability of seeing a tornado develop within 25 miles of you this afternoon and evening. We have a 5% probability of seeing the possibility of large hail within 25 miles of you, and a 5% probability of seeing damaging winds as well. So even though it's low on the totem pole, it's worth taking note of. There was a marginal risk just off to our west in Missouri yesterday where this closed low was located at, and it actually formed a sporadic tornado right around the Branson area yesterday afternoon. So this will be worth keeping close eyes on. Again, nothing widespread, but we will have the opportunity at seeing a few storms aligning up those parameters and bringing some threats to where we're at, okay? Total rainfall amounts over the course of the next week. We talked about this yesterday. It looks very similar. Anywhere from roughly 1.5 to 2.5 inches of total rainfall can't be ruled out with multiple disturbances working through here, all right? And one more thing that I wanted to take note of and showcase is what's in store for us after we get past this weather maker today. We get the rounds of showers and storms, but look, folks, as we get into our Wednesday, the meandering wraparound moisture on the backside of this closed low that is just pinwheeling and overstaying its welcome will present the opportunity at more scattered shower and thunderstorm chances in the Wednesday time frame. We are expecting better coverage both this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon whenever peak heating arrives to help bring an uptick in that activity that we're going to be watching closely. We'll catch a brief break from the action on Thursday underneath sunshine. High pressure providing southerly winds will warm us up between the low and mid 80s. And then Thursday night into Friday, here comes a passing cold front with likely shower and storm chances coming right back into the mix. With any luck, folks, the lingering moisture will get out of here, providing us with much drier conditions throughout the entirety of the weekend. So here's a full breakdown of your next 5-day weather forecast. We got widespread shower and storm chances today. It's moving through right now. Be aware of that on the morning commute. Strong and severe storm risk this afternoon on into this evening. Highs right around the mid-70s, but again, folks, like yesterday, it's a closed low. It's going to feel much colder than that outside. Lingering rain and storm chances continue overnight on into our Wednesday as well. We'll get a brief break from the action on Thursday. You can see it showing an isolated storm risk. I think we're going to be dry throughout the day with those highs jolting up between the low and mid 80s. Passing cold front follows suit Thursday night into Friday, bringing likely showers and storms right back into the mix, and only isolated storm chances throughout the entirety of the weekend to follow. Folks, it's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather and night forecast for the Wobbles community, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay weather aware today with the opportunity at some of those storms becoming strong to severe. We'll be updating and right on top of it as always. You all have a blessed Tuesday.